Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Livibee and CptButtBeard on Apotheosis, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is CptButtBeard. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Livibee. From Nightshade Eradicators, there have been some questions surrounding whether this is the actual Livibee or not. And I don't know, I just got this off ggtracker.com, which is a good place to get some really high quality replays for sure. And so hopefully this is really entertaining ZVT. Looking forward to bringing it to you guys, and settle in, buckle up, and get ready for some incredible StarCraft 2 action. Alright, so let's see, CptButtBeard does go for the hatch first play, no crazy earliness. We're going to see very soon, indeed, from the Zerg player. Terran player is going very standard as well, getting the extractor here in the refinery, rather, with a single barracks. And I actually do have a Reaper name for you here. Some of these are pretty super involved, so hopefully this is going to be a Reaper because I've got a great one ready to go. Extractor spawning pool from CptButtBeard. It's a pretty good name. I like it. Kind of sounds SpongeBob SquarePantsy, I guess. So it is a Reaper coming out from Livibee. And here we go. This is the Reaper Steven Reaping. He was contracted by the Terran army after they noticed that all units landed on their feet or wheels after being KD8 charged. Interested in these high energy collisions and the physics of flip properties, they hired a best mind Steven Reaping to jetpack onto the battleground and investigate, preferably exploring supermassive KD8 flips with Ultralisks, Thors, or Archons. Good luck with that, Steven Reaping. Good luck with that. It's difficult for you to survive long enough to see Ultras, or Thors, or Archons from your opponents for massive units. Does that... I assume KD8 charge flips... Yeah, I guess it knocks back everything. There's no limit on massive units, so that's good to know. Alright, so anyway, Steven Reaping is heading on down to do his research in the name of the Terran Dominion, or whatever sector of Terran life he is representing right now. So he hops on up into the main base, and in production are a couple queens. They're not quite here yet, as is tradition. KD8 charge, knocking that drone. Good save, making that drone into a spore crawler. The links show up, but a little bit too late. Did the Reaper... Wait, did you get a drone kill? He got a drone kill. I didn't even notice that. Saved one of them, did CptButtBeard, but not the other one. Reaper sneaking in again. Another drone kill. Reaction time from CptButtBeard doesn't seem all that great. So maybe his APM's around 300, though. I don't know if this is High Masters or GM, but I just don't see many GM players lose 2 drones to, I mean, some pretty good harass. It's not incredible, though, out of Livibee here. I don't know. Once again, KD8 charging, getting chased away by the queen, though, recognizing when it's time to go. Steven Reaping is the heck on out of there. And a third base by CptButtBeard up along this left side, not taking the gold, which seems a little bit more traditional when discussing where you're going to take that third base, especially for Zerg. They'll take that third base without even really thinking about it. But CptButtBeard, this time, trying to switch it up. Trying to switch it up a little bit. Arr, matey. Arr, matey. Hellions coming out here for the Livibee. Flying the starport over into the tech lab, possibly for some Banshee play. Amazing scout by the Overlord by CptButtBeard, though. Sees the Banshee coming, sees the cloak being researched. Just gorgeous. Steven get another kill? That's 3 drone kills for Steven. Wow, he may very well live to see Ultras come out. You know what? I doubted him. I doubted him and his skills. But it's very possible we will see that one day soon. Or 1 minute soon. I don't know. Something like that. Soon. TM. Blizzard soon. Evolution Chamber. Evolution Chamber coming out for CptButtBeard. And some Speedlings coming down. Oh, crap. They caught him. They caught Steven Reaping. Get out of there, Steven. Steven Reaping got killed. Steven Reaping did get 3 drone kills, though. Did some good harass. I mean, I'm going to give him a passing grade. He's not all-time great, because he did get killed out in the middle of nowhere by these lings from CptButtBeard. But still, 3 queens versus 4 hellions, pretty good, especially if you have some speedlings backing him up, as CptButtBeard does. Queens really want to kill these hellions, but nope, they decide to retreat. They are too fast. they don't want to die, they don't have to. Another great Overlord scout here. Seeing reactors, seeing factories, seeing banshees. Seeing that cloak is going to finish. So cloak banshees are on the way, but I believe there are spore crawlers in several places here for CptButtBeard. Yes. In both of his mineral lines. His third mineral line doesn't have a spore crawler yet, but he also doesn't have any workers here yet, so that's probably okay. Any overseers? Nope, the lair's coming up. Ah, spore crawler is trying to plant. Plant at this location here. So Banshee, what do? Try to kill some queens, killing a couple creep tumors. That's good. Oh, but spore crawler, queen, good micro. Oh, what? Oh, flew out of range. Just flew out of range of that spore crawler. Would have absolutely 100% died if that had not been the case. Hellions, they just all get cleaned up there. Sorry, backtrack. Quick backtrack. Don't mind me. Yeah, there it is. Bam, bam, bam. Ugh, getting surrounded. Bad news. Bad news for you Hellions. But nice job by the Lings. Alright, so third base now landing at the gold base for Livibee. Another Banshee coming in for Livibee. I just don't know if this is what you want to be doing. I mean, almost died again. Oh, 5 hit points remaining, luckily cloaked. You need an Overseer is what you need. Okay, double pumping Overseers right now is CptButtBeard. 2 of them. 2 at a time to be exact. And I guess double pumping implies he's going to continue doing that. I don't think he is. I think he just needs 2 and he'll be fine. Baneling Nest coming up for CptButtBeard. +1/+1 for melee attack and ground carapace for the ButtBeard as well. And income tab says we're at 47 to 54 harvesters. CptButtBeard has a nice lead that way. Overseer scouting in again. The constant scouting for ButtBeard is very impressive. I really like what I'm seeing here. He catches the engineering bay. He sees the starport has moved back over to the reactor, which means we're double pumping something like medevacs or liberators instead of banshees. So he knows the banshee threat is pretty much over at this point. And that's all he really needs to know. Sees additional starports coming up. Is Livibee going Sky Terran here? That's going to be 4 starports that she's got. And by the end of the Banshee threat, I did not see the second starport that she had at the time. It is making a Banshee. So yeah, a Liberator Banshee play coming out of Livibee. Very interesting. I like it. Hellions coming into the left side here, getting chased away again. They do manage to roast up a couple drones. 4 workers have been killed so far, but 3 of those were Dr. Stephen Reaping. So pretty good defense thus far from ButtBeard. He's got the queens that are very popular in the meta right now. Just go to a bunch of queens. Just make a lot of queens. They're great against air. They're great against ground. They absorb a lot of shots as well. They're pretty tanky. Single Liberator trying to kill this Overseer. Again, single target damage by Liberators is horrific. Just really, really bad. Banshees heading on down south here as well. Taking a 4th base is CptButtBeard at the gold finally, but guess what showed up at the wrong time? Cloaked Banshee! Cancel. Cancel CptButtBeard. Oh, they got the cancel off. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oop, killed the drone too. A little bit delayed, but did manage to get it. Hellions trying to sneak on in here, but the queen count is so stupid high. Wow, CptButtBeard has 11 queens. I did not know it was that many. I saw like 4 or 5 of them, but oop, Hellion run through on this 3rd base. Oh, the queens were not there. The queens were not there. 12 workers killed at this point. 59 to 54 harvesters. Team Blue, in that it is Livibee, is ahead right now. The queens really want to kill these banshees. Get up, get them. Transfuse, keeping one alive, killing a banshee, spreading that creep, maybe replanting that 3rd base at some point. The harassment has been fairly good for Livibee, though. Liberator trying to sneak up around this backside, and yes, does manage to cover the main mineral line, half of it anyway. Good reaction time by ButtBeard. And once again, there's a queen here to try to get her the crap out of there. Run, Liberator, run. Queen with 8 range, pretty darn scary stuff. Spore Crawler trying to plant into place to make it so the Liberator has a very hard time with things. And yes, that worked out. Exploded the Liberator. That was definitely very hard. Armory coming up for Livibee, 2 of those, and just continuing Banshee, Liberator, Hellion production. So definitely a mech. Meching Terran without tanks, without Thors. It's an interesting style. We'll see if this works out. No Cyclones either. That'd be something that we could see here, but definitely not in this particular matchup. Pooping some creep is CptButtBeard on a potential 4th base for Livibee. Livibee flying over there anyway. A little bit optimistically. And the Liberators come in and clear it out. Hellions trying to sneak on in once again, but there are roaches here, there are ravagers here. Not a good day for Hellions. Couple of them getting killed before they retreat. Banshees killing more creep tumors. That 4th base is about 50% complete for CptButtBeard, and the queens Marching around off creep. Spread some creep. Throw down creep tumors everywhere. There we go. That's what you need to see if you are the queens, is creep tumors everywhere. Is he still making queens? Look, see, he is. He's still making queens. He's got 12 of them. He's going to go for 13. I mean, it's a good strategy against Banshee Hellion as mass queen here. Also good against Liberator. So I don't know if Livibee is going to win this game. The strategy seems, I mean, it's good, but ButtBeard seems to have the perfect answer for it. Fusion Core coming up. I guess Liberators with extended range on that defender mode might be really good. Could be something that is pretty fantastic. Hellions just staying outside the creep, recognizing going on creep is death, and CptButtBeard expanding again. That's a 6th base. 6 bases at 10 minutes is crazy going on, but I guess Livibee has 5. So that's pretty good. Has the gold, is now taking a 5th. Yep, to the left side and just below the main base. And more command centers coming up for Livibee, so both players in super macro mode right now. Hellions... no, not good for you, Hellions. Bad coming down that left side. It's Hydra Ravager sneaking up this left side. Again, more Hellions trying to roast up the drones here at the gold base, but unfortunately for them, just mostly getting pinned into a corner and destroyed before they can retreat. 2 of them do manage to escape with their lives. Thanking the stars above for that. Hive coming up for CptButtBeard. More Hydras, +2 missile attack on the way, more Ravagers. Army supply 90 to 122 for CptButtBeard, 66 to 66 worker supply. So CptButtBeard hanging tight, hanging tough right now. We'll see if Zerg can get a win in this matchup or not. Again, definitely weird stuff. Weird stuff going on as of late. Creep spread continuing up along this left side. Pathogen glands on the way. Zerg missile attack level 2, like I said, coming up. That hive just about to pop. Triple pumping Banshees is Livibee. Getting that advanced ballistics upgrade for the Liberators and +2 ship weapons. Pretty good. That's a planetary fortress you got there, Livibee. I don't know if this Hydra Ravager play is going to work out super duper well. He's trying to get it, though. Regardless, the Liberators showing up, though, setting up defender mode circles. Corrosive Biles landing, killing a couple of them, but there are so many Liberators. There are 13 Liberators in the sky right now. You know what would be really good right now? Mutalisks. There we go. Double Spire. CptButtBeard says, I'm going Muta. Although the Liberators with that splash damage, maybe not. I mean, it's not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. And I've said this before, but changelings should change into units that are actually being produced by your enemy player. Right? Changelings should be able to change themselves into stuff that actually exists for the Terran instead of Marines, because Livibee has no Marines and knows it. So the changelings are very easy to spot that way. Hyperflight rotors on the way for the Banshees, making them so dead stupid fast. And just continuing to send command centers out everywhere is Livibee, expanding a lot. No sign of a 7th base for CptButtBeard. 6 seems to be enough at this point. 66 to 85 harvesters, 191 to 175 total supply. ButtBeard is just trying, I don't know, trying to kill a base, trying to win a battle. At this point, that double Spire is going to be a big deal as well. Oh, you know what? Spire's 70. I thought it was 90. I made the erroneous point in a previous match that carriers actually take almost as long as Spires to build, but that's not true. Spires are actually shorter. That's insane. All right, so CptButtBeard has his Hydras with his +2/+2. He's got some Vipers in here as well. And also coming up are more Hydras. So I don't know that mass Hydra is the way to go. With some Ravager mixed in. Vipers maybe for Parasitic Bomb would be good against the Liberators and the Banshees. We'll see. He just doesn't have his army really together at this point. And here it is. Defender mode circles all day, every day. And great splits, actually. Great splits on the Liberators. Holy crap. I mean, Parasitic Bomb didn't do a whole lot there. Honestly, very interesting indeed. Great job by Livibee with that split. Just amazing play. So, I mean, there's stuff in here that makes me feel like it's GM and stuff in here that makes me feel like it's not. And that was one of the moments that did make me feel like it was definitely a GM level match. You know what? I should just go back and watch that loading screen again. That should be able to tell me. Gotta pay more attention to that, I think, is my problem. Alright, so is that the 6th? Yeah, 6th base getting just not populated. He's had this hatchery for a while. I didn't realize he wasn't mining from it, really. Until recently. That's odd. Creep spread continuing for CptButtBeard along the center left, and left pathways. Right pathway as well. Looking pretty good. with a brand new creep tumor over there. A ton of sensor towers coming up for Livibee. So both players just sort of hanging out. Again, just taking a breath. They haven't necessarily been consistently clashing with each other right now, or through the game, but still it seems like they're not interested in attacking too much right now. That was a Ghost Academy, right? I did see a Ghost Academy being constructed. I did. Ghost Academy back there. So you're going for some ghosts? Yeah, making 3 barracks. Sure looks like it. We're going to switch into some ghosts here. Continuing Liberator production, though. Getting some Vikings. 18 Liberators. 17 Banshees. Banshees clearing out creep tumors along the left side. Banshees getting stabbed in the face by Queens on the right side. And Banshees escaping with their lives. The Hydra's trying to chase him, but that Hyperflight Rotor is really super fast. And the upgrades are good. +2 attack on these guys. Queens do have +3/+3, but at the same time, Banshees just hit really, really hard. Banshees continuing to fly around here. Livibee just harassing. Creep spread continuing here as well. +1 flyer attack. Greater Spire on the way. Ravagers coming in for CptButtBeard as well. And both players are essentially maxed out. So we'll see how this goes for a Zerg player. Hellions trying to sneak around down this right side. They're going to find some juicy drones to roast up. I mean, at this point, you've got 8,000 minerals in the bank. Just throw down some spine crawlers, man. Just do it. You know these Hellions are going to keep coming, right? Hellbat transformation. The Queens have trapped them, but how many drones can they take with them is the question of the day. They got 27 workers killed. And finally, they end up getting destroyed. So small army here of Hydra, Viper, and Fester from CptButtBeard. Trying to see what they can do. Defender mode circles show up. An immediate attempt at a retreat. A couple Hydras lose their lives anyway from CptButtBeard. Trying to come up this left side. Guess what else there is? Defender mode circles everywhere. Every freaking where. Trying to abduct the Liberators in and take them out. Working fairly well here. Blinding Cloud being tossed on down. Does Blinding Cloud work against Defender mode circles? Double Abduct being used. Slowly clearing out Liberators, but just not doing enough. Just not killing enough of the Liberators. Another Abduct. Killing yet another one, but guess how many there still are? 18. There are still 18 Liberators. The mass Abduct from ButtBeard is very patient. It is. It's very nice that way, but I just don't know that it's enough. You're not doing enough damage to Livibee here. Banshees overextending just a little bit, and yeah, CptButtBeard straight up retreating at this point. Ooh. Personal cloaking and ghosts and 6 broodlords on the way from Livibee. I don't know if broodlords is what you want. There are 5 Vikings on the field, which I don't know. Is that enough? Is that enough to kill the broodlords quickly? I don't rightly know. Ravagers find a sneaky base over here on the right side by Livibee. Planetary Fortress on the way, but not there yet. And Ravagers doing 22 damage per shot. Might be able to take out this command center pretty darn quickly. Can they get it? Ravagers trying to corrosive bile their way into getting the command. They do! They sacrifice their lives. They get the Planetary Fortress in construction, and it is gone. Nicely done, Ravagers. Banshees trying to make that stop that from happening. Doesn't really work out. Alright, so Broodlords. Hydras clearing out a couple of those Banshees, making this guys a little bit more safe for the Zerg player. And he's just being patient. I mean, CptButtBeard hasn't really done the thing where you throw your whole army into the meat grinder and then remax it. And then maybe that's what he needs to do. He's got 8 Corruptors on the way. Corruptors a pretty good choice here. Broodlords doing their thing. Steady targeting pretty good against Broodlords, though. Not too shabby, anyway. Yeah, he has enough to remax if he loses this army, so maybe it's just time to throw it in. I mean, you can't do too poorly, right? Steady targeting on the Vipers. Woo! Killing all but one of them there. Broodlings chasing everything down. Blinding Cloud being tossed down as well on these missile turrets. And Node wears off. It definitely wore off at that point, but going for it here. Moving right on in. Broodlords on top of everything on the ground. Defender mode circles. Clearing out everything on the ground, though. Corruptors and Infestors getting fungal growth on top of this Sky Terran army. Is it going to be enough, though? I don't know. Continuing to push forward. Here is Livibee. The Broodlords are now just about unprotected, trying to chain fungal the Liberators. Not going to happen. Can they save the Planetary Fortress? The Broodlord count is slowly getting whittled down here. And yes, they save the planetoid down into the red. And the fortress is alive. Livibee manages to clear through that. +3 damage on the sky units here. Infested Terrans trying to clear stuff out too, but it's just not enough. Just not enough. Banshees, meanwhile, finding the 6th base of CptButtBeard and cleaning that out as well. How does CptButtBeard respond? Making a ton of corruptors, that's for sure. He's also supply blocked at 154 total supply. 178, 180 for Livibee. Resources lost 24,900 for ButtBeard, 16,000 for Livibee. Only lost 97 units so far compared to 202 for the ButtBeard. All right, what do we got on this right side? Livibee trying to get another planetary fortress along the right side of the map. Long distance mining are these drones, and that corruptor count looking really good. 12 Broodlords coming out too. So corruptor count not as good anymore. 9 of them versus 12 broods, making 10 more corruptors though. All right, so Sky Zerg versus Sky Terran. That's what CptButtBeard is going for right now. Banshee's clearing out more and more creep along this left side. The problem with the corruptors are they're really good, right? They're great against Banshees, but Banshees are super fast and they're hard to catch. 7th base coming up for CptButtBeard all up along this right side as well. It's very close to his opponent's 7th base. I guess it makes a certain amount of sense that that is the way it is. Getting Flyer Carapace level 1, Flyer Attacks level 2. He's a little bit delayed attempting to get these upgrades. And that might make a difference in the battles to come. So what do we got? We got 19 Corruptors and 12 Broodlords. I feel like the Broodlord count is a little bit too high. Like, you want to be able to kill the stuff on the ground. But Livibee does not have stuff on the ground. Livibee has, okay, 15 Ghosts. That's pretty good. 15 Ghosts and a Marine on the ground. But it's 14 Liberators, 17 Vikings, 7 Banshees. I don't know. It seems like a pretty good spread. The Vikings especially are a huge problem. A huge problem for these Broodlords because they are armored and Vikings do extra damage versus them. Versus them. A lot more missile turrets coming up on this 8th base by Livibee. Hellion run by again, getting cleaned up pretty well by some wings. And yep, this 7th or 8th base by Livibee getting cleaned up very quickly indeed by these Corruptors. It is in the red. It is in the negatives. And it's gone. Alright, so Ghosts, you're going to play a big important part here. Can you get steady targetings off? It's pretty much what you need to do. Oh, I thought these Hellions got cleaned up. No, huh? More Lings come out, finally take them down. And it works out. Okay, so CptButtBeard. Here he goes, once again, with his Corruptors, with his Broodlords, trying to split his Corruptors so the splash damage doesn't hurt as much from those Liberators. Changelings come in and just get killed before they can change into anything. Banshee hit, takes out the 6th base. Takes out the 6th base of CptButtBeard. Don't retreat. Oh no, he's retreating. Why would you do that? Maybe he's trying to kill this planetary fortress of Livibee. Seems like that could be something that would happen. Long distance mining drones just getting massacred at the 6th base. 51 workers killed. Let's make it 57. 57 workers killed. Banshees getting cleaned out by the Corruptors, but they're so fast. They run so fast. They run so darn far, and CptButtBeard just hasn't been able to do that. Here it comes, Livibee from the backside. Fungals, parasitic bombs on everything. Great combination there. Broodlings trying to kill all of the Ghosts on the ground, but the Vikings continuing to come through here. Broodlords in a ton of trouble, retreating for their own lives. Liberators on top of them as well. All that's left here are the Broodlords. No, the Corruptors showed up. Oh, the Corruptors weren't there. Were the Corruptors chasing the Banshees during that battle? Oh no. Oh no, CptButtBeard. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my Zerg heart. Alright. Alright, so now setting up to threaten this 6th or 7th base on the right side. Planetary Fortress from ButtBeard. Again, Broodlords are here. How are these guys upgraded? Pretty well. +3 armor anyway. So he's gonna get it. It's 162 to 163 total supply. This game is close. More Broodlords coming in for CptButtBeard and not even trying to repair. Not even attempting to repair here is Livibee. Just immediate evacuation. Losing that base hurts. Hurts quite a bit, but still has a pretty darn scary army with those Ghosts on the ground. I guess you need the Broodlords to kill stuff on the ground because Corruptors can't do that, right? You can't just come with Corruptor alone and expect to win this game. Although Caustic Spray Although caustic spray, I mean, eventually you could burn down all the buildings if you needed to. Nine drones on the way for CptButtBeard, Zerg Flyer Carapace, level 2. As well, Livibee trying to take another planetary fortress on this left side. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. More changelings being tossed on down. Banshees finding the 7th base by Buttbeard. A lot of spore crawlers attempting to come up, but it's not going to work. Not going to work for them. Another PF dying here, and Livibee just letting it go. Not even sending any units to come save it whatsoever. Steady targeting being used on the Broodlords. Overseers here. Do you not have Overseers? Oh, you do have Overseers in this army. Okay, you do. Okay, you do. Broodlings on top of the missile turrets. Corruptors trying to clean out what they can here. Liberators coming from all sides. Corruptors split pretty darn well. Infestors running in, trying to fungal on top of everything. The Viking count so darn high, though. Just killing Broodlords left and right. Corruptors desperately trying to kill the Viking, trying to focus those things down. First of all, getting rid of Liberators as well. Broodlings trying to make sure the ghosts don't happen, and that's it. CptButtBeard has left the game, and Livibee is victorious. Woo! That was one of the most insane ZVTs I've ever seen in my entire life. That was crazy talk. Just the final battle, the attempt of CptButtBeard to make it work with Corruptor. What was it? Corruptor, Infestor, Broodlord was pretty good. It's just the surround here, the arc that Livibee had was very, very nice. Again, the upgrades I think were better for Livibee as well. The Viking count especially doing 17 damage times 2 to the Broodlords made sure they weren't super effective. And just so many dead Corruptors. So many dead Corruptors. How many does he have? 5. 5 left over from the 17 or 20 that he had. Just good positioning, I think is what it was. I think the Corruptors chasing over here for a bit. They were chasing over here for a bit. They weren't really involved in the main battle until it was a little bit too late. And regardless, Livibee takes the win. So nicely done with a weird strategy by both these players, but it works out for Terran. So, All right, so that's it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Garlow, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Matt Hadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.